Ancient forests maintain the balance of life on Earth. They house around 2/3 of the world's land-based species of plants and animals. The remaining tracts of forests influence day-to-day weather, but also help to keep the climate stable over time. Tropical forests cover only 7% of the world's land surface, but they store vast amounts of carbon. Logging and burning releases that carbon into the atmosphere, contributing to climate change. Tropical deforestation accounts for an astounding 20% of worldwide greenhouse gas emissions. That's more than all of the aeroplanes, cars and trains put together. And deforestation of the Amazon has turned Brazil into the world's 4th largest climate polluter. Since 1999, Greenpeace has been working in the heart of the Amazon to investigate and expose the threats to this forest, and to come up with solutions that will stop deforestation. Cattle ranching has always been and remains one of the major drivers of deforestation, but in 2003 Greenpeace began to perceive a new threat: soya plantations. Europe's appetite for cheap protein, and in particular for low-cost chicken feed to supply supermarkets and fast food restaurants, was driving a massive expansion of agricultural lands deep into the Amazon forest. Greenpeace began to document how vast tracts of the Amazon were being burned and bulldozed, quite literally for chicken feed. With the controversial construction of this soya export facility in Santarém, Greenpeace began working with the local community and Brazilian organisations on the ground to expose the destruction and stop further expansion, and we began a 3-year investigation to find out who was responsible. In April 2006, Greenpeace released the results in a report called Eating Up the Amazon, which tracked soy from illegal deforestation directly into the feed supplies of a handful of supermarkets and fast food corporations. We began a campaign to rally consumers to demand change and put an uncomfortable spotlight on some of the world's biggest brands. To their credit, McDonald's was one of the first to respond, and along with other corporate soya consumers, joined with Greenpeace in bringing the major soya traders in Brazil to the negotiating table. The conclusion was a moratorium on the purchase of soya from newly deforested areas in the Amazon, and agreements to improve tracking of soya to avoid destructive purchasing. Continuing engagement from Greenpeace, other NGOs, and brands like McDonald's, Carrefour, Walmart, Sainsbury's and Marks & Spencer have kept the moratorium in place, and ensures the soya sector remembers that its customers want to contribute to solutions, not deforestation. The moratorium has been a huge step on the road to safeguarding the Amazon. Until permanent forest protection measures are put in place, it's a model that we need to see replicated across the planet. It's a Greenpeace Solutions success story, one which demonstrates that with the right combination of public awareness, consumer pressure and action, not words, we can protect our forests, we can save our planet, and we can stop runaway climate change.